Hey yo, Mark here for Mark's Max Muscle. And today I thought we'd do something a little different. This video will be for sheer entertainment purposes only. Although I may slip some bodybuilding knowledge in there, but it'll be strictly accidental if I do. For today, we will decide what bodybuilder throughout the history of the sport rocked the blonde hair the hardest. Now, this is definitely not a contest to decide who the best bodybuilder to simply possess blonde hair was. It'll be to figure out who looked the best, darning the blonde locks. I thought at first this was going to be a closed contest with one guy that I have in mind. But as I started looking through, we have a few serious competitors here. So let's get started. And in Mark's Max Muscle fashion, we will begin way back when, in the 1950s. First guy I stumbled upon was good old Jack Dillinger. He was a dandy, as you can plainly see from these pictures. In fact, he was such a dandy that he graced the cover of umpteen dozen bodybuilding magazines. I guess he really had the look that they wanted to sell magazines. In my opinion, Dillinger rocked the blonde hair properly. Here is, of course, Larry Scott, known as the Golden Boy, so he really embraced the blonde hair. Sadly, he can be seen many times with the darker hair, so, of course, he dyed it. So not the strongest guy in this contest. On the contrary, have a look at Dave Draper. He epitomizes the blonde-haired bodybuilder look. He is so iconic. Dave Draper is just one of those guys that embraced the blonde hair. He just really made it his own. He is so classic. Paul Grant here. I always liked Paul Grant. He had the curly blonde deal working for him. Working quite well, actually. Gotta mention Roger Walker, of course. Here's Tony Emmett. Not a very well-known bodybuilder. This list would not be complete without Big Mike Katz. I must say he rocked the Hulk Hogan look pretty good. Quite a look, I must say. Now, I hate to do this to poor Mike Katz, but he's going to be overshadowed by this guy, Tom Platts, the Golden Eagle. He himself rocked some of the most splendiferous hair of any bodybuilder, let alone blonde. Here he is, a mullet version. And here he is for a night out in the town. Maybe out for a movie, maybe opera, who knows. Actually, let me know in the comment section down below if you knew where Tom was headed that night in this picture. This is to Tom. Really? Wow. Anyway, Lance Dreyer here. Not the blondest guy, but a little bit of gold in there. This is Peter Hansel. He is a German bodybuilder. He has blonde hair. Look at it shine. Here's a surprise entry, to some people anyway, that haven't really seen this version of him. This is Dorian Yates. He had quite a mullet version of the blonde hair. He rocked it pretty good. I simply love it. I just love this look on Dorian. Nothing on earth beats the mullet, actually. It is the most powerful force in the universe. Another German, big Gunther Schlierkamp here. Not bad at all from Big Gunter. Of course, Cutler, rocking it just as well. Looks like he's even outdoing him in this shot here. He's pretty good. This is early on in his Cutler's career, of course. Here's Marcus Rull. He somehow always makes my lists. Dennis Wolf, not bad at all. Now I left this guy here for the last. He is perhaps the most versatile guy on this list. He hits the blonde hair in many different variations. He even can be seen here in the long locks. Very long locks, actually. Lee Priest here. Kind of looks like He-Man. Well, anyway, it's time. Time to select a Marks Max Muscle, king of the blonde hair. Now, I must say, there were several guys on this list that really surprised me with their blonde hair, namely Cutler. Looked very well in his blonde hair, but he is not the strongest guy on the list, of course. Of course, we lean back to this guy, Tom Platz. Just look at the blonde hair. He's just unbelievable. He's almost white. It's like a white sheet. But he takes second to this guy, Dave Draper. Now, how could I not pick Dave Draper in a King of the Blonde Hair contest? Now, I know Tom Platz is quite good. He stands up to almost anybody, but when it comes to this contest, Dave Draper is king. One of the most iconic bodybuilders of all time. And he can probably thank his blonde hair for at least some of his success. Of course, he had a great physique. But this contest is about blonde hair, and Dave Draper takes it. He is king. Well, I hope you enjoyed this strange video, I guess you could call it. A little bit different than I'll be usually doing. But I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you did. And that's it for now. This is Mark for Marks Max Muscle.